Mike's Thoughts.
Welcome to 2023 Man Hour Nation. Michael Buckheischer here. We start each and every show with some shock news, and this is no different here going into the new year. As you guys know, the college football playoff is well underway. Ohio State did lose to Georgia. It's okay. The field goal kicker decided to kick it way left and kick a pylon or something or whatever. TCU battled, knocked off Michigan, so we got Georgia-TCU championship game. Many people are saying this is the worst possible outcome ever. They wanted a Ohio State versus Michigan part 2. They wanted it. Everybody wanted it. Everybody needed it, they said. Why in the world do we need it? Why do we want it? Ohio State already flexed on Michigan. Year after year after year. Yes, Michigan did get them this year, but let's just be honest. Ohio State was going to come in there and whoop that ass again. It was going to happen. Now, this is an NFL show, and I don't talk a lot of college sports, but guys, come on. Why do we want a rematch? TCU and Georgia is going to be a good game. It is going to be a good game. It is. I don't know where I'm going with it. But hey, find the button. It is what it is at the end of the day. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You know on the beat every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speaks go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckheischer here with the Man. Be sure to head to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page, or check out the blog section as well, as we do have new merch dropping each and every month over there at manhourradio.com. We got some good things happening here in 2023. One of them is going live at 2 p.m. East Coast time right here on Facebook and YouTube.com respectively. YouTube.com/manhour and of course Facebook.com/manhour sports as well. We will still be doing the 7 o'clock show until summertime, and then we're going to tone back a little bit. But for right now, guys, we're giving you 2 hours of Man Hour each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on your respective listening platforms. Today is Monday, and that means one thing and one thing only. It is Fact or Crap Monday. We are going to talk a little bit about the Philadelphia Eagles. We are going to talk about the epic run that the Green Bay Packers are making right now. Are the Kansas City Chiefs going to be one and done? And the Pittsburgh Steelers, are they going to back their way into the playoffs after everybody has written them off? What? But first, we got to welcome some people into the chat tonight. We got Alpha Rob popping over here at YouTube. What is up, Alpha Rob? Hope you're having a grand old night. I see my man Drew popping in as well. Mama Buck is popping in as always. What is up, Mama? And then, of course, we got Wifey in there. What's up, Wifey? I hope you're having a grand old time. And the boys, anybody else, if you guys are popping in tonight, tuning in. I know this is kind of spur of the moment, 2 p.m. East Coast time here, but say what's up, and we're going to talk some NFL talk on this Fact or Crap Monday. So let's go ahead and get the party started, and let's talk a little bit about the Philadelphia Eagles. BKM producer, hit us.
Yes, Buck, thank you. So the first Fact or Crap of the night is, if the Philadelphia Eagles do not win the NFC East, it is the biggest disaster ever. Is that indeed a fact, or is that a crap?
So the first Fact or Crap of the night, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, as you guys know, the Philadelphia Eagles have been on an epic run. They started off, 14-1, and now they're sitting at 14-3. They've lost 2 games in a row. Of course, Jalen Hurts has been out. They have yet to lock up the number 1 seed or the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys can come in and sneak in and win the NFC East if they beat the Commanders next week, and then if the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Giants, right? So, would this be the most epic collapse ever? Guys, this is 100% crap. Oh my God. Wow. I'm slowly dying. Oh my God. That hurt. So, as I was saying, let me go ahead and restart. What the hell happened? Do you guys ever randomly cough and a ghost just sticks its dick in your throat? That just happened. I just tore my loin or whatever. I don't know what happened. But anyways, sorry about that. That was a live, raw, and uncut reaction there. But anyways, Philadelphia Eagles. They have yet to lock up the NFC East division crown or number one seed after starting 14-1. They have lost 2 games in a row here. And, of course, Jalen Hurts hasn't been in there, but it is what it is at the end. Now, would this be the biggest collapse ever if they don't win the East? That is 100% crap. Because there's a team on the AFC South side of things that all had their division all locked up. Week 12, right? And now they have to win to get in, but we'll talk about that like a little bit later. But let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Now they did start the season 14-1, right? They've lost 2 games in a row. They haven't locked up the East yet. They can do so with the win over the Giants, and then the Cowboys obviously, have to beat the Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles to lose for them not to get the NFC East crown and possibly the number 1 overall seed. So, the biggest collapse ever? Absolutely not. No. That will go to the Tennessee Titans. Guys, do you understand the Tennessee Titans had that division all locked up like about week 12? They were 6 games ahead? They were rolling. They were clicking. Since then, they lost 5 games in a row. Jacksonville Jaguars have won five games in a row. They are killing it. Absolutely doing amazing things. Doing awesome. And yeah, that is the biggest collapse is the Tennessee Titans this season. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles should have locked it up a couple weeks ago by beating the Saints or beating the Cowboys but the NFC is pretty top heavy, guys. There's 6 teams with 12 wins or greater. I mean, the NFC is pretty loaded this year, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. It is what it is. One Pride 40 jumps in the chat here, says our draft is crazy. Are you referring to your 2023 NFL draft, or I'm not 100% sure what you're referring there to, One Pride 40. So we will be talking a little bit of draft once Super Bowl is over. We do have our draft experts popping in here. Man, I am dying. That ghost has really throat fucked me. That's awesome. Anyways, let's move on to the Packers.
Alrighty. Factor crap number 2. Baby. The biggest, best story of the NFL this season is the Green Bay Packers making the playoffs. Fact or crap?
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying some new things here, guys. So bear with me as I'm trying some new things here.
Alrighty. Factor crap number 2. The biggest, best story of the NFL this season is the Green Bay Packers making the playoffs. Fact or crap?
Wow. Green Bay Packers, guys. Let's talk about them. Going into the month of December, they had 4 wins on the season. They were all but wrote off. They had a 2% chance of making the playoffs. What in the world is going on? Since then, 4 games in a row. They have looked like a pretty damn good team. They're 8-8 on the season now. They have beaten the Bears, the Rams, Dolphins, and flexed on the Vikings, and they could get into the playoffs with a win over the Detroit Lions on Sunday. Now, factor crap, it is the best story of the NFL if the Green Bay Packers make the playoffs. This is kind of a double-edged sword, my man. This is a double-edged sword because it is a great story for the Green Bay Packers to make the playoffs. They have a better chance of going further in the playoffs than the Seahawks and then the Lions as well. Currently, the Seattle Seahawks do hold that number 7 seed. Lions are sitting at 8 and the Packers are sitting at 9, but obviously the Packers do have the best chance of getting in, win, and they're in. Lions got to beat the Packers and the Seahawks lost, and the Seahawks have to hope for a Packers loss and their win, and then it's all kind of dicey after that. So would it be the best story ever? Of course it is awesome that a team has not lost in the month of December. They won 4 games in a row. They're doing great things. But didn't we all kind of expect the Green Bay Packers to be there? 13-3 the previous couple seasons, NFC championships, yada yada yada. Yes, they lost Devontae Adams, but they got a pretty good draft class and wide receivers in there. Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. Like, we expected the Green Bay Packers to be there. Did anybody, let's flash back to August, did anybody truly expect the Seattle Seahawks to even be in playoff conversations, let alone they almost had their spot locked way early, and then they kind of fell off the cliff, just like the Titans did. And then the Lions, they started off, 0-6 or whatever it was, and they rattled off 6 in a row, and now they're like 500 in the last 4, but they're 8-8. So I got to go with crap. I think that the Packers story is great, going from 4-8 to 8-8 now, right? Becoming a outside chance into the front runners. But at the end of the day, we expected that. We did not expect the Lions to be there. We did not expect the Seahawks to be there. Hell, we didn't even expect the Saints to be there, right? And they have an outside chance of getting in again as well, too, I think. So, the Packers, the greatest story ever? No. That is 100% crap on that one. I would say a better story would be the Detroit Lions because of how they started the season out. 0-6 or 0-5 or whatever it was, right? Rattled off 6 wins in a row. Now they're sitting at 500. And what better way of beating an arch rival in the Green Bay Packers and making it into the playoffs? I like that a little bit more. A little bit more, I like that.
If the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs this season, Mike Tomlin is the greatest coach ever. Fact or crap?
Wow, let's talk about those Pittsburgh Steelers, huh? They rattled off a great win last night over the Baltimore Ravens, 16-13. Kenny Pickett with that last-second drive. But guys, let's flash back just a couple months ago. I had the Pittsburgh Steelers written off. This was going to be Mike Tomlin's first season ever that he does not make the playoffs. It was just going to be, wow, what is going on? My life sucks. They started out 2-6. Kenny Pickett was, they started week 4. Mitchell Trubisky was in there, and then Kenny Pickett came in and started winning some games. Things started to click. Then Kenny Pickett got hurt with the concussion, and bada bing, bada boom, we're moving on. And then secretly, the next thing we know, they're 6-2. They are 8-8. The Pittsburgh Steelers can literally back themselves into the playoffs with a Patriots loss to the Buffalo Bills and a Dolphins loss to the New York Jets. Guys, if the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs, this will single-handedly be the best coaching job that Mike Tomlin has ever done. This is 100% fact. If Mike Tomlin makes the playoffs this season, he is the best coach ever in the NFL. Better than Bill Belichick, better than Andy Reid, better than Don Shula. Mike Tomlin is the best coach ever if the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs this season. They literally had to do a complete 180. This is better than the Detroit Lions. But on the other side of the coin. Now, I know you just play the teams that are in front of you, right? The schedule's set, months in advance. I get it. But when we do look at their schedule this season, right? They've only beaten 3 playoff teams, right? They've beaten the Bucks, Bengals, and Ravens. Ravens last night and Bengals week 1, and they lost to them respectively in the middle of the season. And the Bucks are just the Bucks. They're the worst team in the division, right? But then they got slaughtered by the Eagles, like in the Bills. But that doesn't matter. Come on, this Pittsburgh Steelers team, they're something special. If you let this Pittsburgh Steelers team into the playoffs, Mike Tomlin's going to right that ship again. Would not surprise me if we get a Super Bowl out of them. Would not surprise me.
Kansas City Chiefs will be a one and done. Fact
Moving on up.
or
there,
crap?
Moving on up. There we go. Sheesh, I'm so bad at this right now. Sorry, Jim. This has been one of the worst shows ever, but it is what it is. We'll work out the kinks.
Kansas City Chiefs will be a one and done. Fact or crap?
Whoever brought up this question is a complete idiot. Kansas City Chiefs one and done. That's 100% crap. Just because you struggle against the Denver Broncos, come on. First of all, the Denver Broncos are a team, you guys remember, they're a quarterback away from the Super Bowl. They are a quarterback away from this, and this, right? The Kansas City Chiefs are not a one and done this season. Not at all. Yes, they struggled against the Denver Broncos. What are the Chiefs playing for right now? A number 1 overall seed? Cool. The Chiefs really don't need the bye. If you're the second seed, you still get 2 home playoff games. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter, right? The Chiefs aren't playing for crap right now. Struggling against a Denver Broncos team that's playing for the man or whatever. I don't even know what the Broncos are playing for right now. I don't even know who their intern coach is, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I don't care about the Denver Broncos. Nobody cares about the Denver Broncos right now. You cannot measure what the Kansas City Chiefs are going to do in the playoffs versus the team versus like the Denver Broncos. Because for one, it is a division game. For whatever reason, the Denver Broncos play the Kansas City Chiefs very, very well at Arrowhead Stadium. Year in and year out. Year in and year out. They play very, very well. My first NFL game about 5-6 years ago, the Denver Broncos played the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I can't remember what day it was. And that was when Tyreek Hill had a coming out party. Travis Kelce had a coming out party. Was Patrick Mahomes a quarterback? I don't even think Patrick Mahomes was a quarterback yet. It was still Alex Smith. And the Kansas City Chiefs walked all over the Denver Broncos. They had Von Miller still, right? It was the year that Dontari Poe caught the touchdown pass and put him up like 40 points. Like it was just a complete shit show. That was just a fluke of a game. Every division game in the NFL, guys, you cannot sleep on the opponent. Kansas City Chiefs caught sleeping. Let's just be honest. They woke up in the second half, scored like 17 points, boom, 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 and then bada bing, bada boom, it was over. 27-24, right? So to say the Kansas City Chiefs are one and done, complete crap. Complete crap. It doesn't matter who they play in the first round. They could play the Chargers. They'll beat the Chargers again. Who else do they have out top today? They could play the Ravens, beat the Ravens, and they could beat the Patriots, Dolphins, or Steelers. No worries. Win, right? It doesn't matter. Who is the 4 seed? Who is the 4 seed? It would be the Jaguars. Definitely beat the Jaguars too. Possibly play a 3 seed. Who would be the 3 seed? Is it the Bengals? Yeah, it would be the Bengals. Now, that would be a good game. Can beat them, though. No. Kansas City Chiefs are not one and done, guys.